Welcome back to Modern Homestead Alaska. Come along for a day in the life with us. We are expecting our first winter storm this weekend, and so we have got to get completely ready. We have a lot going on, some new stuff, lots to share with you. Join us today. Welcome to our vlog. We are the Milnes family. We started building a modern homestead outside of Wasilla, Alaska in the summer of 2021. That's my husband, Aaron. I am Jessica, a stay-at-home wife and mom. Our second son, Caleb, lives here with us, along with our daughter, Cody Ann, and the youngest of our family, Wyatt. We brought our two dogs, Tipper and Daisy, and got a new addition, the Alaska dog, Roberto. Aaron's already got the smoker going. I'm gonna jump into that video, show you exactly where we're at right now on the smoking. Total new pork recipe we've never tried. And then I'll be right back, show you what we got going on over here.
Welcome back to Modern Homestead Alaska.
I would do the intro because you always do that.
Oh,
all right.
Anyways. Today we're going to do another pork shoulder, trying something a little different. I'm going to try Matt's Meat Church, his recipe for a Mexican style pork, pulled pork. Looked really good to me, so give him credit to him. It's his seasonings, his recipe. I want to give it a shot and see how it turns out. Looked really good. Make pulled pork tacos after we're done. I know Jessica already likes to do that, but this time it'll be, instead of the sweeter, you know, what you're used to kind of pulled pork, it's going to be more of a flavory, savory type of pulled pork. So I'm hoping it comes out good. I'm more of a savory kind of guy instead of the sweet stuff. So I'm really looking forward to it. So today we have, this is a 10-pound pork shoulder. You can call it pork butt, call it what you want. I'm going to go. We had a pack here, they're bone in. This is the ones I prefer. I think they just cook better. Last one I think you guys followed me along with was boneless. They just kind of fall apart. They just, I don't know, don't hold together as well. They're not as fun to cook. These ones with the bone in, when you're done, that bone should just pull out, have zero meat attached to it, and you know you're done. It's perfect pulled pork. We're gonna freeze this chunk. It comes in two. Jessica's gonna rewrap this for me in another bag, vacuum seal it. We're gonna freeze this one for next time. Try it another way. As of right now, I've already trimmed it up. This one is pretty well. Barely had any trimmings to pull off of it. I'm using Cholula hot sauce for, just like in his recipe. This is what he used. We already have it in the house. My kids, my wife, everybody likes this hot sauce. It's not super hot. It's not, I'm not panicked about doing this and everybody freaking out that it's going to be too hot for them to eat. So we used it as a binder today. Okay, we've done all sides already. I've already gotten that part done. We're going to go with Meat Church's Dia de la Fajita. This is their seasoning.
You showed us just the back.
Oh, sorry.
Hang on. All right.
This is their
How
seasoning.
and where do you get that?
So actually the barbecue store up here, I guess somebody else up here likes their seasonings a lot, and they carry their full line. So
here in Wasilla or
no,
Anchorage?
I found it in the Anchorage store.
Okay.
And you can look back and put on the video here what the name of that store is, but it's yeah, I liked it. I found it in Arizona. Didn't think I'd be able to get it up here, and luckily the store, they like it as well, and they carry the full line. So.
But Meat Church has a website too, doesn't he? You can order straight from him.
You can.
Okay.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yep. I have not done that yet. I've found it in the stores, but they have more things even than the store has, I guess, because they got everything. They got seasonings that this company this store doesn't.
Gotcha.
But I do like his seasonings. I do like his recipes, so I'm gonna give him a shot, see how it comes out. Yeah, like I said, so obviously you can see it's salt, garlic, and onion, lemon juice, powder, spice extracts, and they're not gonna tell me all their secrets, but that's what I said, it's more of a savory. There's no sugar in it. So it's not gonna be sweet. It's not gonna be the typical pulled pork that you're used to with that sweet flavor.
I didn't know if it was going to tell us chili powder, paprika, or whatever.
No, they're not going to give you all those tricks.
All right. Well played, Meat Church. Well played.
The night before, it's a very big chunk of meat, so you can go very liberal with this seasoning. You're not going to over season it. You got to figure the seasoning's just on the outside, and you got this huge, thick chunk of meat.
You want to serve this with corn, flour, tortillas, street tacos?
However you want. Yep. Somebody's hungry. He can smell the pulled pork coming. He knows. Berto knows we got some barbecue going on today. So we got it seasoned. It's looking really good. We're going to let this sit here for about 30 minutes, 15 to 30 minutes, longer if you want. The salt in here will start to pull the moisture out of the meat. You're going to see it's called sweating it out. And then that's when it's adhered. It's going to be adhered good, so when I move it, stick it in the barbecue, I'm looking for that bark when I get it in there. So that's what I'm trying to form up. I think it's going to come out great. I'm pretty excited. So come along with us. Thanks.
What wood?
I'll use some apple today.
What's the temp?
Oh, go grab me an onion. Hurry.
Yep.
I should just wait. Go. That's fine.
I'm gonna see something really weird. Berto ate my plant off the porch and he knocked over, and this pansy, I don't even know how it planted itself in the ground, but it totally grew. All right, what happens when you do that?
It just gives it a little different smell and flavor to the meat, I think. I like it. I saw another guy try it once and thought, well, one of my favorite fruits is an onion.
Fruits.
Jessica doesn't like it when I eat onion like a fruit.
No, it's not an apple. You got a new temperature thing?
Did.
What'd you get this time?
Trying the meter. It's called the meter. M-E-A-T-E-R. I'm gonna give that one a whirl. So we're in, got the meat in there. We're running on our pit barrel today again. That's the only smoker I got. So I like it. It's not as convenient as the Traeger's, but I like it how it cooks and then how the meat comes out. I think it's been a real good smoker for me. We're running about 250 to 275-ish. This thing runs generally pretty close to that 270, 275 mark if I just leave it like this with the rebar in it like it's designed to do. It runs in there. Yeah, so internal cook, we're probably gonna go till about 165, 170. Then we'll come along and I'll show you what I'm gonna do to it next.
Just a man and his smoker. I do want to say, as I begin to show you what we have going on over here, I watched some videos and it's extremely disturbing what is going on with heating around the world as far as Germany and Austria and those sort of things. And it is bizarre for us as Americans to learn that you can't go into the public forest and get trees for heating. Countries are completely sold out of wood heat and they are suffering. And it goes back kind of to that thought process when we built this house and chose to go based off of wood heat to heat this house. It was because here in the US, that's something we can control. We can go into the forest and cut trees. We have lots of treed acres around us where we can cut and do good forest maintenance, stay on top of it, making sure that the dead comes down, mitigating or reducing fire hazards, so on. So we have some abilities for all of that. So it does today, our ability to heat our house off wood does touch me a little bit different after watching some of those stories and realizing what other people are going through. And then to just give a tidbit that if you are in a place that does get cold and you have the ability to invest or put wood heat in your home, it is such a great way. It's a totally different heat. It's the warmest your house will ever be. But if you have that ability, I'm going to just encourage that you go and do it, especially here in the US while you still can. But we're gonna go over. Aaron and Wyatt are busy. Let's see. We got this log splitter less than a year ago. Obviously, our neighbors had loaned us theirs, but this is such a huge piece of machinery that truly makes living off of all wood doable. Otherwise, we would have to be splitting everything with an axe by hand. Here, the pile that Aaron and Wyatt are working on is the beetle kill spruce. That's for our Blaze King in our basement. The other two piles of wood are for my wood cook stove. We do not burn the spruce in the cook stove. It caused that creosote buildup last year that caused quite a problem. And then the pile that is over there is birch, and we also have some cottonwood. The birch is going to take about 2 years to dry. We are, before the heart of winter, going to kind of cut and go ahead and chop that wood. However, it's still so wet. Those trees were the ones that the previous owners of the property knocked down in the area that we've turned into a garden and the chicken coop and so on. They were nice, living, healthy trees that they took out, and we are choosing to utilize them. We'll get them split up. We'll turn them into firewood. Pausing to check back in on the pork butt. Aaron uses a little apple cider vinegar to spritz it throughout the day, and then we move on with chores. We're gonna use them. Hey, so Aaron's gonna help me unload these hay bales. We're gonna put them around the chicken coop.
Correct yourself, those are not hay bales.
Correct myself?
They're straw.
Straw. Okay, Aaron's gonna help me unload these straw bales. We're gonna put them around the chicken coop and make it to where the chickens can't get underneath the coop and lay eggs, but also this is gonna help winterize the coop to prevent that cold air from blowing up underneath the coop as well. So this will be additional insulation. Aaron's gonna help me do some work with the coop over here. I loaded that myself. I loaded it myself so you can unload it.
Right there. I'll buy you the sale. I pick them up, put them in the truck.
Let's go.
Wyatt's acting like they weigh 200 pounds.
This side nest, though, of the...
Oh, right here?
Yeah. So we had come and we but seeing that our little Brussels sprouts are starting to grow and we're gonna get this storm that's gonna kill everything. We need to just plant them a little earlier, but the moose literally came through, ripped everything out of the ground, ate the tops off of it. You have to see, they totally demolished the cabbages, the cauliflowers. Like, those are huge cauliflowers and broccolis that had just, like, look, they had just started to sprout, and they ripped all of it out of the ground. So this area gets to get cleared, and we will turn all of this into a huge garden area. Thank goodness we have the tractor, because it is really going to help us in growing and being able to build the fence and do all the different things for a huge garden area next year. So we are going to come through today and harvest anything that we possibly can. After today, there just won't be the opportunity with the ice and the windstorm that are coming. They will kill everything today. So we have grabbed everything out of the garden that we can, and any of these that the moose pulled up and nibbled on and so on, we're going to throw to the chickens. They will have quite a heyday with this treat. You cute little football. You cute little football. Hi. Oh. Hi guys. I'm gonna grab my bucket and take it in, and we'll just have it all for fresh eating. The kohlrabi, I got one baby cauliflower out of here that lived, several of the cabbages, and they pulled up all my beets, but they didn't actually eat anything off of the beet, but super wasteful. And then the last thing that I have to harvest today is this one herb bucket. And all the strawberries are dying back. The raspberry bush, they're dying back. Ooh. Oh. Oh my gosh, delicious. So the parsley, the chives, the mint we're gonna make an extract with. This is lemon balm. We have some dill. The rhubarb, we went ahead and added some more soil around them to hopefully insulate them through the winter, but they're dying back really, really nicely. So yeah, so I'm gonna harvest this bed, and I think that's it for gardening season. It is finally over here in Alaska. Let me get a bowl. So all that wood that was just strung out right here that Aaron and Wyatt were working on, we only made that little bitty amount of wood stacked up. All right, baby, it is
I did a lot of work on the yard today.
training. I know you did. Look at it. So cleaned up right there.
All right, let's go.
All right, I have no shoes on. Oh, come to mama. Give me that little piece off of the grill right there, and I'll snack on it.
So good.
Don't steal my snack. Come on, birdie bird. The best part about having a man that smokes meat is you get lots of treats.
How good is it? Huh?
It's good.
Give it to me. Don't put it back in there.
So how do they know you're
Okay, so tell me what we're doing now.
All right.
Besides.
Okay, so now we're at this stage. We're about 165, 170. We're gonna take this and we're gonna wrap this now, right? So it's got to that point where if you wanted to, you could call it done, but we're gonna go to the stage. So right here, we're gonna put more of this hot sauce on, we're gonna cover it. It's not gonna be super hot, like I said. Okay, and we're gonna put some more seasoning back on it.
Is that light or liberal?
Yeah, we don't have to go super heavy. We're just gonna okay. Butter. Butter, he says, brings out the richness. Makes it real rich and creamy and delicious. Some of Jessica's homemade chicken broth. Watch me for a half a cup, babe. What do you think?
I think that's plenty, but you're way over a half cup. It'll move around.
Huh?
You're good. You golden.
We're gonna wrap it. Right. Okay, now we got that, so we put some more hot sauce on it, put a little more seasoning on it, some chicken broth wreck around it. We're going for that savory taste instead of the sweet, normal pulled pork. And we're gonna get this cooked, and now we're gonna cook this, put it back on the smoker. We're gonna bring it back up to about that 200 mark internal temperature, and then we'll be able to pull it out and bring it back along, and we'll just let it sit, we'll let it rest for a little while, and then we're gonna shred it up and have a delicious dinner.
To go with Aaron's pulled pork, because it kind of has like a Mexican influence, we're gonna do some spicy refried pintos in the Instant Pot. So between 2 and 3, it wasn't quite 3, but a little more than 2 cups was what was left in our half gallon. I super scrubbed those dry pinto beans. To that, we want about 6 cups of liquid. So there's 2 of water. Aaron opened this chicken broth for the pork, and so we're just gonna use it up. So that's another 2 cups. Okay, so I'll need 2 more water before we get this started. We'll move on. I have some dried green chilies here. Oh, let's do like a tablespoon. A couple of 2-3 cloves of garlic, 1 fresh jalapeno, half of a white onion going in. Okay, some cumin. Oh, just a good sprinkle on top. And then I have this leftover, just this little bit of green chilies. Those can go in too. And then we're gonna get this Instant Pot going. I'm gonna bring you back after this has run for 45 minutes, and we are going to mash up these refried beans. Join me in just a second.
Oh, look at all that juice.
Wow, what's the temperature on it now?
200.
Whoa. Okay, don't keep pulling that off, just pour it. Ow.
Hot?
I don't know why I thought it wouldn't be. Ooh. Ooh. Now why are we doing this?
We're gonna let this rest now. We're gonna save this juice. Look at all that goodness.
The bone is about to fall out. And then rest for, what'd you say, 40 minutes? I want to.
Hot?
I know, but I want it to be so bad. Hot?
Oh my God.
Give me some. Give me some, give me some. Ah. It's so hot.
Nail it?
It's like you said, it's really salty and savory. There is not a hint of sweet to it.
Salt, garlic, pepper, a couple other seasoning he has in there, so it's a real savory. It's gonna go really well with the tacos.
I totally agree. We have beans going. I don't even think we need rice tonight. We'll see you guys in 40 minutes. So it's been about 45 minutes and we are going to just take the liner out of our Instant Pot and get that. Beautiful. So these are going to need a little bit of salt. So I'm gonna do a combination so they're not overly spicy. Just a smidge of jalapeno salt, maybe a teaspoon or so, and then some garlic salt. And then we'll taste test it. So I have my immersion blender, which is the word I was looking for earlier. We're just gonna mash up our beans. All right, we're gonna taste. Let's taste test the refried. They're not actually refried, but you know. Oh, those are super amazing. So I am going to help Erin get dinner ready and I'll bring you back for the meal.
Okay, we've let this rest for a while now. I'm gonna take off some of this meat and start shredding it up for dinner. Look at that, this comes right apart. By the way, pulled the bone, got in trouble for it too quick, but no meat on it. That's exactly what you wanna see. Comes out real nice and easy. Look at this meat, just fall apart. Fun of me. I've asked for some of the shredders, you know, they kind of look like little bear claws. You put in your hands, but she won't buy me any, so I gotta use a couple salad forks, right?
Like that.
Look at that meat. Look how juicy that meat is. All that juice just in that meat. Look at that, you push on it, it just runs like a river. So there's still a little juice left in this pan, and we're gonna use a little bit more of that stuff that came out of there. So look at that meat, so juicy. I'll make a quick one real quick. Get a little bit of Jessica's beans on here. I tasted her beans, I'm telling you, excellent. Put a little of this brisket on here, and brisket, pulled pork. I like the onions. Jalapeno. Make a little squirt of lime. Let's give that a shot. Telling you, I think Jessica's about to lose her job. That's really good. Well, last thing I wanted to say on this is you guys watch me put hot sauce on here. Do what, like the guy says, Matt says in his video, is know your own crowd, your own family, what you're doing. Put on as much as you think you can handle. I cannot taste the spice, but I like the hot food. Some people, a little bit goes a long ways. So make sure you understand that and do what you like to do on that. And then on the end of these, what we like to do usually too is in the bucket, when I get all this put in here, I'm going to give it a little bit, what they call a little dusting of seasoning left. Real light, just put a little seasoning because like there's a huge chunk of meat and the seasoning is just on the outside. So I just give it a light dusting, mix it all back up, serve it to the family. All right, thank you. Have a great day.
Aaron gave me a bite of his taco, but we're gonna get in here, we're gonna finish this up, we're gonna call the kids down, we're gonna get to the table, and we are going to eat. But I totally 100% recommend. It was amazing, totally different than any of the pork butts Aaron has ever done for us. And we are super excited to be having dinner. So thank you, those of you that have stuck around to the end. We really appreciate it. We have a ton going on, getting ready for winter, doing all of the preps and things around the homestead that we have. And we really appreciate those of you who join us here in Alaska. If you're new around here, we invite you to hit that subscribe button. When you ring the bell, you get notifications. When you give us thumbs up and leave comments, those things do truly help our channel to grow. We hope you find some family time, something to be excited about. Feel blessed, be grateful, be thankful, be blessed, and we will catch you in the next video. Bye for now.